Let's talk about sex. I'm going to do this one in the warehouse today. It's a little cold outside. I swear this shirt makes the wind chill even cooler. Okay, so Carrie says, all my senses are awakened. Sex is more fantastic than ever. And that's a quote from the alcohol experiment. Alcohol, testosterone, and libido. She quotes the National Institute for Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism. Drinking reduces testosterone levels in both men and women. We've all heard of a case where men can't perform because they drink too much. In one study done on rats, their testicles decreased 50% when they were fed a steady diet of ethanol. That's right. The same stuff in tequila is the same stuff we put in our gas tank. Reduction in testosterone for men can shrink the testicles. They can enlarge the breast, can cause fatigue, lowered libido, decreased sperm production, and of course, ED, erectile dysfunction. And women, low testosterone can also have negative effects, such as hair loss. Oh my God. Weight gain, fatigue, disrupted sleep, depression, anxiety. But that's not the worst of it, Annie says. It can also result in something called anorgasmia, the inability to have orgasms. What a nightmare. Ugh. I remember watching this episode of The Sopranos, and they were trying to get this priest to fess up to something, and he wouldn't do it. He said, I'm a man of God, I'm never going to cave. And so they conferred together. The mob did, and they said, all right, what's the one thing no man wants to be without? So then they come back with a pair of ball scissors. And they threaten to cut his balls off, and he fesses up to whatever it was they were torturing him about. All right, so as the amount of alcohol in the body increases, we're less able to feel sexual stimulation. Remember, it's a anesthetic. It's also a depressant, so it will interfere with parts of the nervous system responsible for arousal and orgasm. This includes circulation, respiration, and sensitivity of nerve endings. Oh, goodness. According to the Mayo Clinic, alcohol is a common cause of erectile dysfunction. This is because dehydration can lead to an increase in a hormone called angiotensin associated with ED. Dehydration also causes a decrease in blood volume. Think about it. And then alcohol can make it physically impossible to sustain or even get an erection. And that is from Medical Daily in a piece called What is Whiskey Penis? All right, so now she talks about sober sex. Sober sex is truly better sex. And I'm just going to skip to these quotes from the alcohol experiment. Tracy says, my second day alcohol-free, I had the best sex of my life. I've been sold on being alcohol-free from that point on. Kelly says sober sex is the best. It had been so long since I'd had sex sober that I forgot how much I really enjoyed it. Kim says, completely agree on sober sex being better. So much easier and quicker to, I'll just say it. Orgasm. LOL. Finally feel like sex doesn't have to be a chore with the husband, but actually look forward to it now. And then lastly, Lori says, right, sober sex is one of my main motivations for staying sober. Things in the bedroom have gotten fun again. And this last section is called How to Get in the Mood. It can be difficult to get in the mood if you aren't used to sex without drinking. Here are a few tips on how to get in the mood. 1, get to know the person. Be comfortable with them. Make sure it's somebody you actually want to sleep with. Of course, this applies more to women than men. That goes without saying, I think, but maybe not. Sexy massage. That's like number 2 on her list. She recommends warm oil and candlelight. 3, communication. That's a big one. And I'm not just talking about making noises during the moment. Tell your partner what you like, what you want. Talk through any anxieties you have. Open, honest communication is truly sexy. I love a woman who can communicate. And don't wait to be in the mood. This is one of the biggest barriers to sober sex. Women especially often get in the mood after they are being touched, after that nice massage, during a couple's bath. If you wait until you're in the mood, not only will you create more fear around sober sex, but you will also reinforce your beliefs that alcohol is vital to sex. The great thing is that by doing it a few times, sober sex, your body will remember what it's made for, and like everything else, you'll decouple the belief that alcohol is necessary for sex. Realizing you don't need alcohol to have sex can be a major aphrodisiac. And remember, the whole point of this book is to identify our limiting beliefs, deconstruct them, and rewire them. All right, so now for my journal entry. Sober sex. When you think about sex with alcohol, how do you feel? And I'm just being honest here. I feel like the man because I can last like 45 minutes. But it may not be as pleasant for me, and it may not be possible to finish, even once. Also, I'm more likely to communicate sloppily in the moments working up to it, and never get my clothes off in the first place. Or if I do finish, want to be alone afterwards, or just fall right asleep. And then the turnaround. So when thinking about sober sex, come up with at least 3 things you have either enjoyed already or are looking forward to about sober sex. Multiple rounds. Yes. Falling asleep together afterwards rather than alone during the moment. How embarrassing. And being free from seasickness as we rock the boat. That's it for today.